Good evening, everybody. Well, caught it just in time to see the Eurograd air alert kick off. Literally just started. Hey, Secular Sekai. Um, how's everybody doing tonight? A little bit of stuff to get through today. So let's start off with the news from ZCU. Operational information as of October 21st at 10 p.m. Ukraine time. Guiding through the forest. Sorry about that. In total, since the beginning of the day, there has been 107 combat clashes. That is a significant drop in the number of assaults that Russia is trying to conduct yesterday. Ukrainian defenders continue to resolutely repulse the enemy's attempts to advance into our territory. The Russian invaders launched 2 missiles and 68 airstrikes on the territory of Ukraine, dropping 113 guided air bombs. That is a significant increase in the number of aviation bombs in a day. So trade one for the other, I guess, unfortunately. In addition, more than 683 kamikaze drones were brought in for destruction, and more than 3,000 artillery shots were fired at the position of our troops in populated areas. In the Kharkiv direction, the enemy stormed the positions of our units in Voschansk and Lipsy districts twice without success. Again, Voschansk and I don't see Lipsky. Is it over here? I am not sure where Lipsky is, unless it's supposed to be this one and the names are... Yeah, unfortunately, I do not see it, so I can't point that town out to you, unfortunately. In the Kupiansk direction, the aggressor carried out offensive actions near Stelamakivka, Dzержinny, Vystrony, Zeleny Gayu, Peshany, and Lazova. Ukrainian defenders stopped 2 enemy attacks. 2 more skirmishes are ongoing. Of course, Kupiansk is this area. Peshany. Yeah, I wish they gave more names when you were in that farther zoom out. What are some of the other names? Lazova, Vishani. Yeah, those are the only ones I'm seeing offhand. It might be smaller villages that we're not seeing. But they're talking about in this general area here. In the Liman direction, Russian invaders attacked the position of the defense forces near Grevivka, Novomykolaivka, Makivka, Petropavlivka, Katerinivka, Liman-Persky, and Terny 14 times. 14 clashes continue until now. Now, some of these I know. Some of these towns I know. Terny. Okay, maybe I don't. Either that or my memory's just fade. Okay, Novomykolaivka. Terny. Oh, Yamplovivka. Okay, so they're basically cutting it off here and going this up to about this point. So that's the Liman direction. In the Seversk direction, our defenders repelled 2 assaults of the occupation troops. In the direction of Krino Kamansky, ooh, that's a hard one, and Perizny, the enemy was unsuccessful. In the Kramatorsk direction, the enemy, supported by aviation, stormed our positions near Chasiv Yar. The situation is under control. So, Seversk, talking about here, Kramatorsk, of course, Chasiv Yar. You know, fighting's pretty hard in this area, that from the videos I've seen. I don't know what to really say about it without showing the videos, and I don't want to show the videos because a lot of them are pretty messed up. In the Turets direction, with the support of aviation, an assault on the position of Ukrainian units near the settlement of Turitsk is currently underway. So obviously, Turitsk and looks like Ukraine has gained some ground, according to Deep State, in the last day. Zoom out, check the... Yeah, just that little bit of change inside the city that Ukraine's held. No more advances in this area. So let's check on the Pokrovsk direction. Since the beginning of the day, the enemy attacked 35 times in the areas of Sukobalko, Zavdivhinka, Mirolubivka, Krasny Yar, Promeny, Lviska, Krotoy Yar, Saladov, and Nikolaivka. Our defenders repelled 27 assaults. 8 attacks are still ongoing. The situation is under control. Hey, Slowivo, Niels, good to see you. Hey, Ali, good to see you too. Vlad's, showing up. Good to see you. So 35 attacks, 8 were still ongoing as of 10 o'clock last night. According to preliminary data, 313 occupiers were neutralized in this direction. 138 of them irreversibly. A tank, 9 armored combat vehicles, and 7 cars were also destroyed. Nice work, guys. The Buk anti-aircraft missile assault complex, 2 artillery systems, and 6 armored combat vehicles were significantly damaged. So, of course, we all know Pokrovsk. See if I can find some of these towns off the top of my head. Lubivka, Lviska, Saladov, obviously, Novoazovlivka. So all throughout this area, they've been hitting pretty hard with 35 attacks in one day. The other area that's been really hot is Kharkiv. In the Kharkiv direction, the enemy made 27 attempts to break through our defenses near Hernika, Novodemrivka, Maximilianivka, Georgievka, Daluni, Katarinivka, and Antonivka. 22 military clashes have been completed, 5 are still ongoing. According to preliminary data, the loss of the enemy as irreversible and wounded amounted to 70 people. 2 tanks and 4 armored combat vehicles were also destroyed. 1 tank, 1 artillery system, and 2 armored combat vehicles were damaged. So, we're talking about 35 attacks in this area. And then we're talking about 27 attacks in this area. Hernivka, Olgazandrivka, Novosadovka, Novodemitrivka. It's a very hard battle for these guys in the center of Ukraine right now. Technically the Middle East. So, yeah, the Middle East of Ukraine. Saladov's being pushed hard. Kharkiv's getting pushed hard. And they're trying to get up here into Mirnograd and Pokrovsk, obviously. In the Vermist direction, the enemy attacked our units 5 times near Bogoyavlimka, Novoukrainska, and Zoltoli. 1 attack by the occupiers is still ongoing. Vermitsk area is usually a pretty big area they're talking about. Vermitsk is right here, and Novodorivka is there. Bogoyavlinka is here. Malinka is down here. So they're basically covering this area with that front update. So 5 areas or 5 attacks spread out through this front. In the Orhiv direction, invading troops once stormed the positions of the defense forces near Malaya Tomachia. In the Dnipro direction, our troops repulsed 4 attacks. The enemy had no success. There are no significant changes in the rest of the directions. So, of course, Orhiv is there. Malatomaka is here. And they're talking about general attacks in this area. And of course, when they talk about the 4 attacks in the Dnipro direction, that covers basically this entire front of the river. And it's my assumption that those attacks are happening in this area where they have the gray zone in the middle of the river. The operation is ongoing in the Kerch region. Enemy aviation continues to attack its cities and villages with guided aerial bombs. Today they're honoring the 63rd Separate Mechanized Brigade, 38th Separate Marine Brigade, 42nd Separate Mechanized Brigade, 422nd Separate Unmanned Systems Battalion, so drone unit, drone unit, the 35th Separate Marine Infantry Brigade, who are effectively destroying the enemy, inflicting heavy casualties upon him with losses in manpower and equipment. Glory to the Ukrainian defenders, glory to Ukraine, and of course, Heroam Slava. Whew. Okay. Just to go back, and not much has changed on the air raid map. The news for Ukraine today, we've known about this for a while, but, finally, like, mass media, popular media, whatever you want to call it, is finally catching on. You get arrested in Russia, they're giving you an offer to fight in Ukraine instead of going to court over it. So they're sending their criminals. The Times, The Guardian are saying that the Russian meat wave tactics work because they don't care about their people, basically. The New Voice of Ukraine, I'll check that one. Russians are employing a strategy of pushing Ukrainian forces out of settlements by leveraging their numerical advantage. He also, an unnamed expert. Anyways, he also mentioned there were hopes that the weather might change the situation, but we see that the Indian summer is returning. Obviously, an American with that terminology. Talking about temperatures of 20 to 22 degrees. I didn't think I'd actually do this, but the weather report for Kyiv. Yeah, they're staying pretty warm until the end of the month. November. Wow, November's looking rather warm. Here, I'll make this easier for those outside the US. So, no days before freezing before November. And they're not even looking until the end of November to have freezing temperatures. And for what's generally known as the rainy season in Ukraine, there's not much rain forecasted. So that might be a drag on the fighting in the front lines. Not what I really wanted to hear, but it's what's there. Business Insider says Western weapons like the F-16 and Abrams won't survive Ukraine. Okay. Paywall. Old reports, more old reports, even older reports. Okay, so that's pretty much it for Ukraine news in the mainstream media. And oh, let me grab Zelensky's. Which one did he transcribe for English today? Okay, hold on a second. The project of development telling you. Okay.
Дорогі українці, українки.
And never goes on the right screen until I click that button, unfortunately.
Сьогодні кілька основних речей. Дорогі українці, українки, сьогодні кілька основних речей. Перше, провів РНБО. За численними фактами порушень МСЕК і фальшивих інвалідностей для посадовців. Це не тільки, до речі, прокурори. Є сотні таких фактів, очевидно, необґрунтованих інвалідностей у посадовців, митниці, податкової, в системі пенсійного фонду, місцевих адміністраціях. З усім цим треба ретельно та оперативно розібратися. Система МСЕК має бути ліквідована, але для реальних і саме...
Okay, I just want to say while they're talking about this, yes, they're talking about corrupted officials falsely stating that they're disabled, so they're not draftable. You know, this goes on everywhere. You know, yes, even here in the United States, we just don't talk about it here. It gets like a 2-second blurb in the news on the bottom of the screen, and that's all you'll hear about it. Ukraine is actually talking about their corruption because they want to weed it out.
Системних змін треба провести повну цифровізацію всіх етапів роботи щодо встановлення інвалідності. Урядовцям в Мінцифрі, в цифровій команді Міністерства оборони є кому забезпечити відповідні зміни. Проблема не лише в тому, що посадовці роблять собі інвалідність завдяки зв'язкам, але й в тому, що люди, які отримали справжню інвалідність, зокрема в бойових діях, часто не можуть отримати відповідний статус і справедливі виплати. І часу, щоб виправити це, в уряду небагато. Повинна бути і персональна відповідальність та кадрові рішення через цю ситуацію в центральних органах влади по вертикалі контролю за МСЕК. Рішення РНБО зараз передбачає повний аудит пенсій та інших нарахувань усім посадовцям, які організували собі інвалідності. Була доповідь на РНБО голови Служби безпеки України Малюка та міністра внутрішніх справ Клименка щодо перевірок розслідувань, які вже тривають. Були, на жаль, дуже непереконливі доповіді міністра охорони здоров'я України та міністра соціальної політики України. Окремо треба пройтися по всім горизонталям місцевої влади. І сьогодні ж на РНБО обговорили також ситуацію в органах прокуратури України. За підсумками цієї розмови Генеральний прокурор України Андрій Косін написав заяву про звільнення. Друге, що важливо сказати за сьогодні. Було кілька доповідей главкома Сирського по ситуації на нашому фронті і по перспективах на найближчий час. Зокрема, ми маємо інформацію про підготовку 2 підрозділів числа військових з Північної Кореї. Може бути навіть 2 бригади по 6 тисяч людей. І це виклик. Але ми знаємо, як на цей виклик відповісти. І важливо, щоб від цього виклику не ховались і партнери, і всі партнери. Я вдячний усім країнам та лідерам, які засудили приєднання Північної Кореї до російської війни. І зрозуміло, що Пхеньяні, так само як і в Москві, не рахують людей, не цінують людське життя, але ми всі у світі однаково зацікавлені в тому, щоб війну завершити, а не продовжити. Тому ми разом повинні зупинити Росію та її спільників. І якщо Північна Корея може втручатись у війну в Європі, значить тиску на цей режим точно недостатньо. І якщо Росія досі може робити цю війну більшою і довшою, значить кожен у світі, хто досі не допомагає примушувати Росію до миру, насправді допомагає Путіну воювати. Злочинців треба зупиняти. Ми очікуємо жорсткої предметної реакції світу. Бажано не тільки словами. Я дякую усім, хто допомагає Україні. Я дякую усім нашим воїнам і кожному і кожній, хто працює заради України. Слава Україні!
Героям слава. When he sits there and says he thanks everybody who's helping Ukraine, trust me, Zelensky knows how much individual support, like donating to Rick's streams, the NAPO sniffing brigade, trucks, he realizes how much help is coming in there, and he is grateful for it, and he does mean you guys when he talks about that. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the subscribes. Oh, let me pull that up. I keep forgetting to pull this up before the stream, but one of these days I'll get everything together beforehand and have everything at hand. So today's losses, Russian losses, 1,350 personnel, 8 tanks, 24 APVs, 34 artillery systems, 2 MLRS, 2 anti-aircraft warfare systems. We just read about one of those. 71 UAVs, 77 other vehicles, and 20 special equipment. That's a lot of scrap metal that's in Ukraine now. The scrap metal business is going to be booming in Ukraine after the war. That's all I can really say. Russia's sending all their junk vehicles to be further junked. Get over to the other account. So the Monitor Telegram channel. So 7 minutes ago, there are 2 unmanned aerial vehicles in Kiev region, heading towards Zhytomyr and Bilotarits region. I can't really explain that. I don't. Bilotaretsk. It means white church, and is this place right here. So they're heading towards Zhytomyr and Bilotaretsk. There are 2 unmanned aerial vehicles in Cherkasky. There are 2 BPLA in Poltava. Single UAVs may be in other areas. Again, that was 7 minutes ago. Pakat. Come on, go Get off there. So today, 42 Shaheeds were shot down. And reporting an explosion in Odessa about a couple hours ago. Kinzhal was used from an Su-30. And ballistic threat from Crimea. So, just a bit of what Ukraine's going through every day. uh, Zhytomir's air alert just went off. Um, good to see you, Keith. Oh, Fish made it. How's it going, Fish? And Durpitri, good to see you. Oh, there's 16 Shaheeds over Ukraine right now. Yeah, usually Monitor does really good talking about it. And let me pull this over. About an hour ago, this is the information that Monitor had. 4 UAVs from Poltava. 1 UAV towards Kiev. Group of 3 of them through Minrod district, southwestern course. So, and that's talking about 8 of them. Yeah, it doesn't really give a total of what's going on right in this one. 7 minutes, 10 minutes ago now. You know, 2 in Kiev, 2 in Cherkasky, 2 in Poltava, and then single UAVs in other areas. I mean, that's 6, so it doesn't really say how many singles in other areas. But if you look on here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other regions are under air alerts. That could be 5 more, which would give the 11. So yeah. Thanks, Fish. I you don't want to know how nervous I get doing this stuff. Okay, yeah. The Monitor Telegram channel is kind of Kyiv oriented, so it's not the greatest in other for the whole of Ukraine, but it's the one I knew of and I trusted while I was in Kiev. Hey, Pitchin, how's it going? So I haven't really been able to watch a whole lot today. I know there's happenings I miss. So if there's anything you guys would like to bring up or talk about, please feel free to ask questions or direct me to information you have. Let me switch accounts back on there. Yeah, when I was in Kyiv, these were the two channels that I watched the most. Monitor and, War Monitor. There it is. War_monitor. And then Pakat is UA Rockets. And between those two, these are the two channels I looked at when there was an air alert in Kyiv to basically decide whether I needed to go down to the basement or if I can just roll over and go back to sleep. Oh, I'm going back, Fish. I'm my only hard choice for me right now is whether to go into Kyiv or to go into another area. Well, heck, I'll just show you guys. So some of you know I've been doing a small housing project in Ukraine. And I'm thinking it's about time I do one for myself. So I've been looking for one for myself. And I think it's this one. No, it wasn't that one. I forgot to favorite it, and I'm sorry. This is one of the houses I'm looking at. Not a very good view there. Oh, let me go back a picture. This is like a little storage shed, and then the barn's back over here. A little Quonset type hut, garage, the well, and then inside the house. So it needs a little bit of work with the tile around the stove. But floor is decent. Walls aren't, the foundation looks good. Wallpaper, okay, I need to take that wallpaper off and do something better. But that's one of the houses I'm looking at, and that one is 2,600. 60 sotuk, which is about an acre and a half in American acres. Toilets in the yard. That's so a place like this, give you an idea. There's Kyiv, and it'd be a short bus ride into Kyiv, so I could still do things I wanted to do in Kyiv. Check out the opera, go to a show, visit friends. So yeah, it's a little closer to other areas that are a little more active, but I don't know, I like the place. I like the area. this area in between this river and the Dnieper River, the reservoir above Kiev, is so beautiful. So this is all national park, and I'd be like right over here. So quick ride into the national park and have, see if there's any pictures around here. Let's go with the one on the river. So nice little camping spot right next to the river. Grab a fishing pole, an umbrella, and a lawn chair. Yeah, but I could pull it up again for you. 1,350 soldiers, 8 tanks, 24 APPs, 34 artillery systems, 2 MLRSs, 2 anti-aircraft warfare systems. That one makes me smile because those things are about 30 million a pop. So right there's $60 million worth of Russia scrap metal in Ukraine. 71 UAVs, 77 vehicles, and 20 special equipment today. Oh, yeah, the other thing I wanted to show you guys. So instructors from the Netherlands conduct classes with Ukrainian military personnel in Great Britain. That's not a good place to stand for the instructors. If he actually fired the back blast. Dutch instructors conduct intensive training for Ukrainian military personnel on the territory of the United Kingdom as part of multinational Operation Interflex. I almost said Interflix, but then the letters went back to where they're supposed to be. Anyway. These trainings are an important part of preparing our defenders for real combat conditions. Ukraine is grateful for the support and help of Netherlands. It looks like a repeat of the story, but I kind of just wanted to pull up this picture of in Great Britain. I'm sorry, it's just an instructor should know you do not stand there. So where they're getting the information from for the daily updates is actually this report from the ZCU. It goes through like the last 24 hours. Let's see. No, in general, the losses of the Russian invaders amounted to 1,350 people. Destroyed 8 tanks, 24 armored combat vehicles, 34 assault systems, the MLRSs, 2 air defense systems, 71 UAVs, 77 vehicles, 20 special equipment. So people making those graphics get their information from there. And if you want to get your information from this source as well, you don't have to wait for my stream. I'll give you the link in chat. And that will take you right to this site here. General Sirski with the defense minister held a meeting with the U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin today. Went through the operational information as of 10 p.m. Operational information as of 4 p.m. Recruiting service has been made digital by Ukraine. So yeah, they have a lot of information directly from the horse's mouth. You want to go into the longer reads, it's definitely something I recommend checking out. Yeah, we're getting close to the end here. So, yeah, I was showing you this place that I was checking out, but that's $2,600. Then there's this other place I'm looking at, 2,407. So nice small house, barn. Oh, I wonder if the doghouse comes with it. So, nothing fancy, just root cellar. And this is about 3/4 of an acre. And a bit farther away from Kyiv. So, like, I'd have to take a bus into Zhytomyr and then take the train into Kyiv. So, yeah, they have some nice houses in here. Okay, this one's new. 1,500. Kind of on the small side for a house. So not much to the house. Small plot size, like less than a 1/4 acre. But there's $1,500 home in Ukraine if you wanted to, and it's not that far from the highway into Zhytomyr. For the people that have been on the NAPO convoys, you've gone right by here. Probably in the dark, but you've gone right by there. And change this up for a minute. And I've been debating on this one too. Obviously a little more expensive, but I'd be right inside Kyiv. No lawn to take care of. I actually even kind of like the bathtub. And it's a basement unit, so if there's an air alarm, I'm already in the basement. That's a bonus. Hmm. So yeah, that's one of the places I'm looking at as well. And it's just trying to decide, okay, do I want to be in the city? Do I buy? Do I rent in the city? Do I want to go outside the city and go for, you know, places like the ones I saw up here, or like up here? Um, so it's like hemming and hawing and going, okay, well, I could. Okay, just out of curiosity. Okay, fourth floor. No, not for me. Um, looks like Zaporizhia has an air alert going off now. And give you guys an idea, when it's the Shaheeds, the air alert has been going for 3 hours and 30 minutes. And that's where the danger comes in from these Shaheeds. When it's going on that long, you forget about it. You fall asleep. You need to run to the store to get a bottle of water or something. And then you hear it, and it's like, oh yeah, we're under air alert. But you're talking at 2:30 in the morning, so Russia's attacking in the middle of the night just to cause as much grief as possible for the civilians. Cherkasky going on 4 hours. Poltava's going on 5 hours. Chernihiv's 4.5 hours. Kharkiv, 9.5, almost 10 hours. Sumy, almost 9 hours. And of course, Zaporizhia started 18 minutes ago. So those drones, those Shaheeds, just sit there and circle for hours and hours, and just are there to annoy the population. One thing I do want to show you guys, if I can. Let's see if I could find it. Let me pull this off to the side, though. There was a picture that showed up yesterday on Twitter, and then it spread from there to everywhere else. I'm not sure I could find. Oh, Russia hitting a kindergarten. Good grief. Let me see if I can find this thing. Here we go. So this picture popped up yesterday, supposedly of a North Korean flag outside of Pokrovsk area. Now, there's one thing that kind of made my, propaganda radar go off. Is on the real North Korean flags, the star that's in the center here is more towards the edge of the flag. And it's like, okay, if there's actually Korean troops in this area, you think they'd have the proper flag and not one where the star's in the wrong spot. So, but yeah, everybody was all, oh, the North Koreans raised the flag in Ukraine. Oh, the troops are already there. Nah, I think it's just some Russian thought he could be clever and do some propaganda. But yeah, that's, there's a where they're talking about, and like straight up this road goes to Pokrovsk. Oh, Soledov is up here. I mean, let me get this over. Come on, go. There we go. So they're talking about it was in this area, and judging by the picture on one of the mounds here. So that's where they're saying the picture came from. If there was, like I said, if there was North Koreans in this area, I think they'd have the flag with the star in the right position. Just my thought. How many houses have I acquired? For me, I bought 2, and I ended up giving those away. I'm looking for one. If I'm going to buy another one for myself, I'm going to keep this one. With the cleaning in Ukraine, it's not that bad. I think it was like 100 hryvnia an hour to have a maid service come out. So you're looking at $10 a week for a maid to come out and clean your apartment for 4 hours once a week. That's affordable. But surely. Okay, the trick that people are using to do those tiny home storm is they're building it as a like an art recreational vehicle, motorhome. And as long as you pay your vehicle taxes on the motorhome and it has wheels and can be moved, there's not much they can say about it. Um, well, that's also part of the reason that you see a lot of what do they call them, stealth campers today, because the U.S. is kind of getting annoying with the rules for homes. Like I will never ever buy a home in an HOA again in the U.S. You, even if you own the house outright, you still have to pay HOA dues for a home you own on the property you maintain. You know, it'd be different if like the HOA was in charge of fixing roads, but the city does that. It's just busybodies wanting to be able to tell everybody else what to do. Yeah, Storm, you need to move counties. Um, if you're looking for a place, South Dakota, well, first off, Ukraine. But if you don't want to go that far, South Dakota has some really nice deals on houses. There was one here for sale last month, and it sold for 10,000. Quarter acre, 2-story with a basement, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. So, yeah, but it's 10 grand. 10 grand is not hard to do when you only need to come up with 20%. No. We don't have snow. We have a wind. And we have stuff that piles up from the wind. Oh, screw that. I would not be paying lot rent. The place I'm on right now, I paid 40,000 for it 12 years ago. The home was built in 2012 and I bought it in 2014. Or yeah, so 10 years ago. Okay. So 2-year-old house, I bought it for 40,000 and I just had to have it appraised earlier this year for the homeowner's insurance. And it appraised for 430,000 because of the improvements I've done to it. So ouch. The only reason why Norway's expensive is because of the taxes you pay on income. Burb? What about Burb? Is that like the new name for Barb? Sorry, I couldn't resist. But give you an idea. Let's go Parkston. So Parkston's a little bit more expensive because it's right on the crossroads of 2 intersections or 2 highways and is not that far from Mitchell. But I'm down over in this area and well, Yeah, that one's kind of expensive for what that is. Trip, where's... Oh, I saw it pop up in Menno. There. Let's just say 50. Yeah, there's not much coming up anymore for cheap in South Dakota. It was cheap. It doesn't appear to be anymore. 25 to 20 to 30,000 for a lot. Not, I don't mean a whole lot, I mean a lot of property. Yeah, there isn't much for... So forget what I said about South Dakota. It's not cheap anymore. Okay, there's 35 in Chamberlain. Yeah, I think you get a better house in I'd rather buy in Ukraine. Oh, is that jacked up or what? A hand sanitizing dispenser in a residential house? That's just messed up. Yeah, I'll stick with my houses in Ukraine. Hey, LJ. So, yeah, if you're really, really broke and you want a really good deal, OLX, and let's say 41,000 hryvnia. So there's 220 homes in Ukraine for sale under $1,000. I don't trust these ones that are really, really low. Well, here we go. So need some yard work, probably some paint, definitely some cleanup, some furniture. But you get a bunch of bee boxes for free. Oh, never mind, that foundation's done. Oh, come on. No, that's a cute little house. And I do mean little house. Oh, never mind, foundation's done. It takes some looking to find a good one. No, the roof's collapsing. These are the ones I go through to find houses for my project. This one might not be too bad. Roof looks good. Okay, has all the paperwork. There's barn. Oh, but it's been trashed inside. That's not too bad. Yeah, this one isn't too bad. The floor looks nice and level. There's no cracks I can see in the wall. Yeah, just need to be re-stuccoed and some yard work done. Oh, and some work on the gate. Oh, I wonder if the goat comes with it. There you go, $775. 3-room building in the Dnipro region, right near Kyiv. Oh, controls room. So Dnipro, Zaporizhia, Kyiv. Yeah, Kyiv's all the way up there, and the house is right there. So not a bad find for $750. There you go. I think this is for like one of the apartments that are one of 4 apartments in this building, I think. Oh no, it's the whole building. You'd have to finish the construction on it. So, handyman special. You get to pick your own floor materials, and $300. That's right near Poland. So Lviv. That's interesting. Yeah, I'd section it off into different apartments. And well, okay, what's going in my mind is like, okay, that's 1 apartment, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 apartments. That's finish off the construction, and that's 10 families you could get housing for. Oh, there you go. UAH to USD. So yeah, $300. Yeah, and I definitely like that area. Um, See if I can find it. Oh. So right here, right this. So this would be the town you're in. Nice town square. Looks like a lot of houses are designed very similar. So yeah, if anybody ever tells you you can't find cheap houses in Ukraine, you can find them. They usually need work. That one needs a lot of work, but it's brand new construction. So, you know, the foundation isn't falling apart. Maybe put a sealer on it before you start doing some work. Get some windows in it, and then start putting the floor in and go from there. Dacha. Oh yeah, little small house. Nice big yard though. And that one's 350. Here you go, $100. I'm thinking that price might be wrong. I may have to contact this one. See if I can get photos of the house. Where's this at? Oh, pretty far south. Maybe not. Anyways, okay, Vlad, loan me the 2,600 I need to buy my place. I'll do whatever you need for me to do in Ukraine after that. Yeah, the toilet in the bathtub become an issue because a lot of houses in the smaller villages, the bathroom's in the yard. No clowns allowed. Blanche said so. Yeah, that's one of the issues I've been coming up against with my project is the cheaper houses that I've been getting have been having more damage on them, like the foundation needs repaired or walls are falling, that kind of stuff. So it's either I need to pay more for the houses or I need to pay more for the repairs. And it's like, it's getting a little harder to keep going with the housing project I'm working on. What else is there? See what popped up on Telegram. If nothing's popped up on Telegram. Monitor just said that drone to the city in Sumi. So, Sumi, be careful. Okay, LJ, I'm not sure what you're trying to say either. Um, so I guess I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you everybody for coming. I hope I hope you enjoyed the stream. I know I have. Thanks for making it easier for me to do these streams. I enjoy hanging out with everybody. Thank you for supporting Ukraine. Have a good night and stay safe, everybody. На добраніч.